Hi, I'm Jadi, and with your questions, I wanted to show you how to use TorBrowser, how to download it, how to configure it, how to use it, and how to be responsible when being in darknet. To start, it's easy. Just search for TorBrowser, and you will be directed to TorBrowser's download page. If not, you can go to download page yourself. Based your operating system, you can go with download for Windows, download for Mac, which I'm on, or download for Linux or Android. And after the download, you can just run it as a normal program there. I will show you. I have downloaded for Mac and for Linux and will show you how to use, configure, and use it. But before that, let's talk a little bit about what TorBrowser is. TorBrowser, as the name suggests, is a browser. It is Firefox, pre-configured to run the Tor network. Tor is the onion router. Normally, when your browser, non-Tor browser, a normal browser, or any request on the internet requests for something, for example, you are Alice, this is Bob, and you are requesting some data. Some routers might be here, you will go through some routers, your ISP, and you will reach this server, ask your question, and return back. And you will get your data. But all the ISPs here, or whoever is doing eavesdropping, listening here, can see what you are doing. At least they can see where you are going. If you have some encryption for yourself, you are safe. Or some governments may block you from reaching this specific site. Here is where TorBrowser and Tor networks helps you. It comes from US Navy, but nowadays it's a free software and many people use it for various reasons. Privacy, going around censorship, being safe on the internet, or doing criminal activities on the dark web. Again, you are Alice on a Tor browser. Your browser is configured to use Tor. You want to request some data from Bob. What you do is first you create a connection to the Tor. This is done automatically when you are using the TorBrowser bundle. It reads some relay servers, creates a list with a bridge, and then instead of going directly to Bob, it connects to some random relay, ask it to connect to another one, ask it to connect another one, and ask this one to request your data from Bob. Bob answers back to this machine returns back the answer to this machine answers back to this one, and this one answers you back whatever Bob says. So this is the router part. Onion part is the encryption part. When you are asking a question, you create different layers of encryption for each of these servers. So for example, this server does not know that you are going to ask a question from Bob because it only understands this layer of encryption. So it knows that I have to ask this machine something, asks this. This machine opens another layer of the encryption and only knows that I have to ask from Bob and I have to answer back to this machine. So none of the machines know who is asking what from whom. They only know their previous and next node. So for example, this, if you are going like this, this exit node only whom whom you are asking. This entry node only knows who is asking, but doesn't know what is being asked. This one just knows this one and this one. That's why it's the onion router. It's layer by layer of encryption, which needs to be peeled so you will have your answer back and only you knows what is asked from whom. Anyway, after downloading it, if for example you are on a Mac, you have to open it. I opened it for the Windows. No problem. For the Linux, no problem at all, even better. For the Linux machine, it was a tar.jz file. When you have a tar.jz file on Linux Word, it's tar, it was xz, I believe. you have something tar xz. So it's a compressed file. You have to open it on the command line with tar dash extract file, this file. And it will open it, will create a directory. It's called TorBrowser in my computer. You go there and you just run this with double clicking, or like this. Start TorBrowser desktop or whatever you have, or go inside the browser and run whatever looks normal there. Should be a browser or something. Updater, start TorBrowser. Run this one. If you are on a Linux machine. If you are on Mac or any other operating system, just install it. On Mac, this is the file. I just copy the TorBrowser here in my applications. I already have it, so I didn't overwrite. And now it's enough to run it. You can run your TorBrowser. See, it says establishing a connection, trying to find those first relays. And the first time, this might take a longer time, but when done, now I'm connected. So you can browse internet normally using your TorBrowser. Now the connection between me and Google is super safe. You may see strange language because one of those relays may work in what I believe is Russian. So my exit node is a Russian node. But what is more important is in the Tor world, I'm using these relays to connect to another machine and asked Google, this is me, this is Google, and asked Google to show me the first page, and this happened. But a more fun thing is these machines running Tor can host sites too, or email services or whatever internet protocol with the domains which ends in onion. So blah 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 blah, very long cryptic thing here, .onion. This is served on one of these Tor machines, so I don't go to the ClearNet anymore. I request files from the Tor network itself. This was a huge invention because that it's let people to run super secure servers. Remember, if you are doing anything illegal, eventually you will be found. Don't do illegal things. Learn how technology works. This is more fun. But even, for example, Facebook, Twitter, and others do have onion domains too. Some of them are documented in a place which is called the hidden wiki. If you search for the hidden wiki, by default it's searched in DuckDuckGo for better privacy. The hidden wiki, but the domain is the hiddenwiki.org. So this is on the ClearNet. The owners can see who I am. Although when I'm using Tor, it's much more difficult. But the official welcome to the hidden wiki. Our official hidden wiki URL is this one. You can see this is a hidden Tor URL. So now we are on the darknet. Hidden wiki is a good starting point. You can go there, search, and see what works, what doesn't work. So .onion is a hidden wiki. There are illegal things based on your country in darknet. Use responsibly. Don't do anything illegal. Eventually you will be in problem. But people go here to talk about politics and be super safe. People go here to use Facebook and be safe, and other stuff. It's your go. For example, DuckDuckGo also has a hidden URL on the darknet. Now we are on the darknet because of these domains. Remember, whenever you are clicking something toward the ClearNet, it is dangerous. People try to create thousands and thousands and thousands of these URLs so they can stumble upon one which is beautiful, like this one. This is DuckDuckGo GG, and the other part is cryptic. They created thousands and thousands of domains to reach to this one and use it. Anyway, this was how you should use TorBrowser for your anonymity. Use responsibly and have fun. See these things as learning stuff, not shortcut to bad things. Have fun.